What's up, all, and welcome to the OH Report, where you're hanging with your boy Brian Skowronski here at our downtown studio, and we've got a legend in his own right joining us, former four-time letter winner on the football field at Crestline, also the leading rebounder in the history of the Bulldogs program, and an all-Ohioan for the Bulldogs in baseball. We've got Ty Clark, who's now he's a big college freshman at this point, and obviously the world's been turned upside down on its head. Ty, like, how is it being a college freshman trying to get adjusted to this new lifestyle, and now you're trying to do everything online? What's it like for you right now?
Well, it's pretty rough. I'm not good with online stuff as it is. And it was my first semester at AU, so everything was still new. So I don't know if there's ever going to be getting used to this. It's 10 times harder, I'd say.
Yeah, you transferred to Ashland University, but you spent your first semester, you were down in Louisiana getting some of that, Southern love and comfort that they have down there. Tell me about your experience, how you spent your first semester at the prep school and what it was like.
Oh, man, it was great. Probably one of the best things to happen to me. The first week was a little rough. I got down there. It was real humid out. And I was dying. I was throwing up. I was sick. And then my parents, they didn't want to leave me there because I was sick. And then I started to feel a little better. I remember the first night the coach came and did room checks, and we were talking about how we all wanted to play D1 ball. And then the very next day we had a practice and we were all throwing up, ready to quit. But after that first week, it was nice. The food's great. I put on like 40 pounds. And it wasn't all muscle either.
So it sounds like the Southern hospitality is real, and then the deep-fried Southern food, I bet, is all the real deal too. What would you say was the top food that was hard to stay away from, that you knew probably wasn't good for your body?
Well, there's probably two of them. There's it's a Cajun pizza, so it's just like your regular pepperoni pizza, but they got grinded up chicken and sausage on it, firecracker chicken and sausage, and it's got some kind of Cajun sausage seasoning on it. It's pretty expensive too, so it hit the wallet a little bit, but it was addicting. And then there's a place called Twins Burgers, and there's called an Evil Twin. Me and my dad got it for the first time we went down there when we visited. And stomachs don't react too well to it. However, those two were the best things I ever ate in my life.
And tell me about playing football at the prep level there. What was that adjustment like, going up to the next level and playing college football?
Well, you were playing against guys anywhere from who probably won't play after they're done with their prep career, and then guys who are going to go play D1, even some guys that could go to like Tennessee or some big Power 5 schools. I mean, the talent down there is crazy, and they only have one Division III school, and then the rest are all D1. So all the Louisiana locals go to these prep schools and have D1 talent, go and just ball out. And it was a whole nother world down there. Competition was crazy. Even on my team, that was the first time really competing for stuff as a team, because at Crestline we only had like 10 kids come out, compared to we had kids coming in halfway through the season trying to come play, begging to come play and whatnot. So it was nice to get my feet in the water with the whole prep school. Definitely prepared me a lot better than I would have been coming straight out of high school.
And then you played well enough to earn yourself a spot for AU, playing for the Eagles now. Given the climate that we're in, with how sports and all the athletic events are put on hold, what is your communication like with head coach Lee Owens and some of the training staff, and how are you dealing with that right now?
Well, the Coach Majeski, he's our main strength coach. He was emailing us weekly, and now he sent one that's for, I want to say, about 3 weeks long, that he sent us, and it's a lot of body weight workouts and stuff. But obviously, some of us have gyms where we can still go work out, and we're blessed to have that opportunity. So we do a little more than what's on there, and a little different. We tweak it up a little bit. But Coach Owens has sent emails saying if we need anything to text him or call him. They've been pretty good in the whole situation.
Let's relive the glory days a little bit, where at Crestline High School, as you mentioned, a little bit smaller stakes, a very small school, but you were the big man on campus out there, Ty. Tell me what it was like for you growing up in a small town and being a superstar athlete, if you will, at your high school.
I want to try to keep it a little humble, but I mean, it was good. I felt like I was the king of the world, everyone knew who I was. I was a good athlete, one of the top athletes in the area, and it was just, I didn't after freshman year I really didn't have anything to prove. Everyone just kind of knew me, so I was just kind of like you said, the big dog on campus. It's like watching a TV show. That's how it was growing up in Crestline and being the athlete. It was pretty nice.
When you reflect back now and you think about your high school career, what would you say is your favorite memory or top memory from the athletic field?
That's a tough one. Either our first win, my freshman year at the new stadium, they played a whole season going 0-10, and then we went 2-8, and we won against Fremont St. Joe's, and I think it was one of my better all-around games that year as a freshman, starting both ways. I had like 8 tackles. I had about 60 yards receiving as tight end. So either that or when we beat Lucas, my sophomore, I think it was my sophomore year. I don't care what happened in football, anything else. We went in there, we beat them. It was one of the best feelings in the world.
And you were a student of mine, and I ended up giving you an A in my digital media course last year. Do you feel like you actually earned that A?
I mean, I think you were understanding that it was football season, and yeah, I think I deserved the A. Yeah, I think I put on a show for your OH report a few games. So,
without question, Ty. Yeah, you certainly delivered on the highlight. I'm sure that you're staying in contact with some kids that are current seniors right now. What are you hearing from some of the high school athletes that have had their senior season come to an end without spring sports? Like, how are they handling that at this point?
Well, I've talked to a few guys who are going to play at Ashland next year, and I know they're pretty torn about it. And one was Blake Miller from Northmore, pretty good basketball player. And he was looking forward to the All-Star game. Obviously didn't happen. Same with Caden. I mean, Caden probably would have went in there. He could have very well broke some records. And he's who I talked to the most, and he's a little torn from not having sports right now. No All-Star game, no baseball, and now he's got to figure out where he wants to play college sports at. So, and then Ethan, of course, he's been pouting around the house for about 2 months now about not being able to play baseball, and so.
I know that you've got a gym put in there where you are working at MWD Logistics in Ontario. Tell me about how you're still getting in some work and staying in shape right now.
Well, Brian, he's the one that hired me in, and he showed me the weight room one day, and he was just like, you can use it whenever you want, whatever. He gave me a key, so I'm the only one here right now, so I lift after work, and then he just it's free range. I'll show you. It's got TV and everything.
Yeah. Let's see what Ty Clark's working with. Because when you're a college athlete, I mean, there really are no days off, right? I mean, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah, no, the workouts are kind of crazy. All right, so this is what I live off of. Bench and squat a couple days a week. I got to get used to still getting used to the rack though. It's a little awkward. And then you pull the bench out. And then I put another chair right here. It's actually being used somewhere else right now. You can use that machine. And then to get the tries going, I do a little pull downs. That is my yoga mat where I attempt to stretch and not tear anything.
I like how you said attempt.
Then here is all of my curling weapons.
I dig it. So you had mentioned that you put on about 40 pounds already during your freshman year. How much are you weighing in at right now?
I was as heavy as 240 at a time, and now I'm trying to cut. So Hastings, where I was at, my old offensive coordinator, he's a bit of a freak when it comes to meal plans and everything else. So he put me on his meal plan. I'm down to about 230. And then I'm just going to I'm trying to get down to 215 and then bulk back up. Because like I said, it wasn't all muscle. It was a lot of Cajun.
A lot of Cajun, man. It'll add up on you, Ty. Well, we'll let you get back to your workout there and maybe hit the weights, grab some of those curling weapons, as you called them. Do you have a message for people out there that are watching this right now? What do you want to say to the viewing audience about anything?
I think you should stay home. Respect the social distancing, because the sooner we follow the rules, the sooner we can get back to normal life, like sports and sports and sports. If you want to see sports or play sports, don't go out playing with your friends, playing basketball and stuff. Maybe go for a run. Me and Ethan, we've been going for runs, but I know it's crazy, but just stay home. That way we can still have at least a football season.
Sports, sports, sports. That's what we're all missing right now, Ty. Ty Clark at AU, trying to play quarterback out there. Former Crestline standout 2019 graduate. Thanks so much for joining us, bud.
Thanks for having me.